Nibukeleke uhlelo lethu elimnandi ngendlela esimangaliso le Raising Babies 101. Nazo ezimnandi siniphathele zona namhlanje. Okokuqala ke sobe sesibheka phela ukuthi ama-single mothers ayenza kanjani phela ukudlala indima yombili ukuthi abe ubaba aphinde ebe futhi umama. Bese-ke we take a closer look at a tricky subject for parents to speak about, especially to their preschoolers, dealing with death. Uma sesiyoyivala-ke laphana ko-easy peasy lapho engizose nginibonisa khona ukuthi how to pack a healthy school lunch. Sanibonani mphakathi waseNingizimu Afrika, sengiphakathi inside kuhlelo lethu ke limnandi ngendlela esimangaliso le Raising Babies 101 the Preschoolers Edition. Igama lami ke uLindo umfana kaSithole Mothando ngangibizayo ngoDaddy kaValdo. Niyazi ke phela ukuthi ama topic engiwaphethe ke namhlanje futhi ke nevakashi zethu hawu ngithi yonke into ime ngomumo. Siyazi phela ukuthi kunzima ukukhulisa ingane, uthothi ingane ilambile ngapha iyagula, isikolo, ingubo ngapha kunzima. Kodwa into ebalekile ukuthi benazi yini ukuthi imagine that 60% of children have absent fathers and more than 40% of South African mothers are single parents. Zibhlungu ke lezi ngoba kodwa phela ozobe sisiza ukuthi sizame ukuxazulula lo dawu libalekile ke uyena ke usisihunzi isikwele ekuyena ke phela osasemncane futhi uyi-single mother and runs a single mothers club that helps single mothers who are unemployed and impoverished. Unjani sisi wami?
Ngiyaphila njani?
Ngiyaphila kakhulu. Ngisacela ungitshele kwenziwa yini ukuthi uthothi ubaba akasekho part of khuliseni ingane yakhe?
Well, I'm really not sure. For me, I think they're trying to spite the mother through the child and not supporting the child.
Oh, so into ebenzayo balwa ngengane.
Yeah.
Like ingane affecteka kangakanani mayikhula futhi masesencane nje sese-preschool ngokuthi ikhuliswa thothi ingane yomfana kodwa ikhuliswa umama kuphela?
I think they see from other kids ukuthi okay, is a crutch. Mabona ukuthi okay, my son's friend, the dad fetched my son's friend, and babona ukuthi okay, I only have my mom. So it damages them emotionally. Because now they can see that they're friends. And you know, abantwana, they always compare themselves with other kids. They'll come asking you, Mommy, why did Thingy's dad fetch her and my dad didn't fetch me? Then you have to explain to the child, Uguti, no, this and this happened. That's how anger builds up. Uguti, okay, my dad is not here and her dad is there. So I think it damages them emotionally. It plays a big role in damaging the child emotionally, especially when they grow.
So usho ukuthi kubalekile ukuthi abazali bathole indlela co-parent.
It's very important because at least the child knows that I have a father and they have a relationship. The relationship between the mom and the dad is not important at all. The relationship with the child and the parent is important. So it's very important to co-parent if you guys are not getting along anymore.
Ngoba like most yethu sikhulise ama-single parents. Nami I was raised by a single parent umama.
Okay.
And ngakhona isikhathi engisitholile sokuthi ngibe nobaba bese ngimdala sengina-14. But lesikhathi lesingisincane engispende nayo ngibonile ukuthi okay yazini if bekuthiwa bekhona empilweni nami khona izinto bengizozenza or ebengeke ngizenze esidinga yena. So kubalekile vele kakhulu ukuthi kube khona both parents.
Yes.
Yabona? So uzothini nje ngalabazali because ngiyazi ukuthi khona nabo mama ukuthi abafuni bablocka obaba ukuthi babe part of ingane zabo. So ukuthi ubaba uyafuna but umama akafuni ngoba bacabene uzothini ngalokho?
I think it's wrong. Firstly, it's very wrong. That's umntana akayenzanga next. Umntana innocent. So why are you putting the child? Why are you involving the child in your personal issues? No babaki. If I come across single moms who tell me that, I always advise them, the child didn't do anything, and the dad is only trying. Why are you blocking the dad from seeing the child? I mean, every child needs both their parents in their lives, or
Ngiyabonga kakhulu Mfundisi, like kuningi ngikufundile namhlanje kule conversation yethu. Ngiyathemba ukuthi nani lapha emakhaya kukhona ke nikufundile, nami engikufundile ukuthi kubalekile ukuthi phela singabazali sizama indlela yokukhulumisana ukuthi phela sikhulise ingane. Akusho ukuthi uma sesihlukene sokwamela ukuthi nawe ubaba distance from ukukhulisa ingane, ngoba ingane izokudinga ngelinye ilanga. Futhi ke phela nawe umzali usasengayidinga yona lengane, uzothi uyayibalekela empilweni yakhe kanti ubalekela upresident wethu. Emaqinisweni ke phela ubaba ke uyena ke phela okhethayo ukuba sempilweni yengane yakhe, kodwa ezibhlungu ukuthi bobabili kuningi abakuphuthelwayo. Educated, relatively wealthy single mothers may have the time and resources to provide their children with a network of positive role models in the form of daddy replacements, relatives, friends, teachers, community and sport club leaders. Lower-income single moms have less money and time, and there are fewer male role models at a time when male role models are needed. Ake sizameke phela ukuthi singabobaba sike phela sisekele izingane zethu, sibe khona empilweni zezingane zethu, ngoba phela ingane iyasidinga ke isandla samama iphinde futhi idingeke nesandla sababa ukuthi phela mayikhula ikusasa layo liqhakaze. Loving and caring fathers are needed to stop the cycle of gender-based violence. Kodwa ke okubalekile ke phela manje sekuyiso leso sikhathi se decoding A to Z, and today S is for single parents. There are many reasons for becoming a single parent, including divorce, breakup, abandonment, death of the other parent, childbirth by a single woman, or single person adoption. Bazali ngisacela ukuthi qimshelele etolo kancane nje, kodwa ke mangibuya sobe sesikhuluma phela ngaleyo daba oluthe ukuthi phecelezi mayelana ukuthi ama-preschoolers wethu ngabayazi yini ukuthi kuyini ukushiwa umuntu ke emhlabeni, kodwa kwamanje ngisacela ukuthi sizodada ukuthi bathini.
But Chris is lying.
Yes. Because of curious means when you super cute, people likes you. To ask a lot of questions. Mouse sends the tooth fairy.
Hey?
Hayi bo, kodwa bazali usho ukuthi senike nabona yini ukuthi izingane zethu ayikho into ezingayazi. Nathi ke sinokucabanga ukuthi hayi ngabe sasebancane ukuthi kungaba khona izinto abangazazi, kanti hayi bahlanipheke kabi ke phela laba. Kodwa phela in most cases they're already familiar with that concept from cartoons, internet, schools. Konke lokho kuyale, kodwa phela into ebalekile we're too young for that. Sizobe sesikhuluma ama-preschoolers yethu ukuthi ngabe ba-understand yini ukuthi yini isifo abazobe besiza namhlanje zama ukuxazulula lo daba olubalekile kakhulu. Uyena uKerin Petu, who is a parent coach and the owner of C3 Parenting, and Helen Chipumbu, a mother who's here to share her recent death experience and how it affected her kids. Thank you both for joining me.
Thank you so much.
I'll start with you, Helen. Tell us about yourself and about your recent loss.
So I'm a mother of 2 little girls. They're age 8 and 5. And recently we lost my grandmother. And it was quite a great loss for us as a family because she was quite involved in the children's lives as well.
How was that relationship? How was the kids' relationship with your
It was very good. They always like my grandmother to make them coffee, and they would spend some time with her as well. We're quite a close-knit family.
Let me come to you, Karen. Generally, as humans, it's hard to understand the death. How do children cope with it?
Children actually cope with death in various different ways. And I think the reason we as adults are feeling uncomfortable dealing with the whole concept of death when we talk about kids is because of our own discomfort with the reality of our own mortality. Kids go through different phases. They also go through the grieving process. And in a certain way, society works on 2 different layers. There's a societal expectation of kids, which is almost a higher bar than what there is for adults. And the same goes with the grieving process. There is an expectation on kids to actually mourn faster, move quicker, get through it faster, rebound, like bounce back faster than the expectation that is on adults. And we will see our children mourning and grieving in how their behavior reflects. They'll be fine for a month or two, and then all of a sudden they will act out or start crying at the drop of a penny. Kids in general struggle sometimes to process things because their brain is not as developed yet to process that deep loss, especially if they don't have guidance and support from their parents or from outside help.
Do you think it's important for us parents to discuss death with our preschoolers?
Absolutely, 100%. It's one of the most important discussions that we can have with our kids.
How will we address it?
I usually work with the principle of GATE. First of all, allowing for a grief process. The A is obviously for age appropriate, the T for actually talking truthfully, and E is for that empathy and that emotional support. Now, if we go to actually the G part, it is when it doesn't even have to be a great loss in the family. You can start discussions by discussing the cycle of life, where you discuss the cycle of different animals or different insects, and you slowly but surely build on in an age-appropriate way to when we discuss the whole thing, because it is a reality. Every person dies, and we don't have a guarantee for a long-lived life.
Helen, how did you explain death to your kids, and how was their reaction?
So I must be honest with you, it was quite difficult, especially with a 5-year-old, because her idea of death is obviously what she sees in the cartoons. In the cartoons, a lot of times the dead character will come back to life. Unfortunately, with humans, that's not the case. But what I did with them is explain to them that everything in life is, like Karine said, it works in a cycle. So you come here as a young child and you go through the cycle of life and you hit the day when you're older and you go. And it's a final goodbye. Like, my grandmother's not going to come back and make them coffee again. So having that discussion with children, it was quite hard. But eventually, you know, and being very truthful, also in your raw emotions, because you're grieving alongside your children, I think makes it easier, because children relate a lot more to emotion, to what you are actually saying.
Karen, how does death affect kids? Does they get affected the same way as adults?
It's a yes and a no. The yes is they do feel the loss. And they also wake up with that every day with that new sense of, okay, but this person's not coming back. Under the age of 7, they still struggle to separate reality from fiction. And for them, there's this little hope of this person coming back. But it depends on how we as parents manage that, whether our kids will actually be able to have an authentic grieving process where they go through the different stages of grief. And if we avoid having the conversations, there's a lot of families that feel so uncomfortable talking about that loss that the children suffer more deeply and more intensely because they've got nowhere to go with that loss.
Thank you so much, Karine. Thank you so much, Helen. Ngifunde kakhulu ke kule hlelo lethu namhlanje kule conversation ukuthi phela singabazali asike sizame ukuthola indlela esingacommunicate ngayo nengane zethu ukuthi sichazele kabanzi ukuthi kungobani sekukhona oseshiyile emhlabeni. Ngiphinde ngibonge. Ingane zethu nokucabanga phela ukuthi umuntu uma seshiyile emhlabeni uyalamba futhi udinga ukuphefumula kanti futhi usaphupha kanti akukho njalo. Typically, between the ages of 4 and 11, children gradually come to understand that death happens to everyone and cannot be undone. Hayi bazali ke asike siphumula kancane ke phela ngesifo. Thina ke lana ke siyazi ukuthi sihlezi phela sikhulisa izingane zethu ukuthi sikhule zibe nempilo futhi siphinde sijabule. Kodwa into ebalekile ke soyiso leso sikhathi somncintiswano wethu la phela ngizonwinisa u200 shopping voucher. Umbuzo uthi ngiwina kanjani? Buza mina ngitshele wena kalula ke nje. Umbuzo ke wethu uthi ke true or false? Children start understanding the concept of death from 2 years old. Into ozoyenza ke lapho mbukeli ke faka impendulo yakho kwi-Facebook page yethu kungenzeka kube wena kozwinela ke lo mklomelo kodwa kwamanje asike sizwe phela ukuthi odado bathini ngoba uyazi into abayikhulumayo uvele nje ucotha amathi uvele uchazeke umzali ngiyabuye ninganyakazi.
People die.
And then?
God raised them.
Heaven is angel and God. Where God loves. When a person dies, they go to heaven. it's somewhere where people go forever.
Awusanibonani-ke futhi emakhaya bengazi phela ukuthi ngeke ninyakaze ngeke nithinte lo remote control ngoba ngiyazi ukuthi into eningithanda yona hayi boni ngithanda ukudlulela ngoba phela ngihlezi nginiphethele indaba zethu ezimnandi futhi-ke ngiyazi ukuthi kuningi enikufundayo phela ngokukhulisa iy'ngane zethu kodwa-ke manje sekuyiso-ke leso sikhathi ukuthi nginibonise phela ukuthi how easy peasy it is to pack a healthy school lunch. Okokuqala-ke into ebalulekile phela funeka ube nawo-ke ucheese. Mawuqeda ukuba nocheese wakho ube notamatisi. Utamatisi ngaphambi kokuthi uwusike-ke phela funeka uqale uwenzeni ugeze. Mawuqeda-ke ube namakherothi wakho-ke nawo futhi uphinde futhi uwayakaze kubalulekile. Mawuqeda ungathatha noma ungayimaphi-ke phela ama-dry fruits noma amapentshisi noma yini ukuthi phela uzo-add umsoco nama-raisins kanti nawo futhi abalulekile. Into engizoqala ngayo-ke manje isinkwa sami-ke lesi-ke esibrown-ke hayi phela uyasazi ukuthi hayi sinomsoco. Into engizoyenza-ke phela uma ngiqala ukwenza-ke isandwich yami ukufaka-ke ibhotela, ufaka ibhotela esinkweni. Siqala ngapho ufake kuwo womabili-ke phela amasayidi, ungafaki-ke lodwa. Hawu ngiyazazi-ke iy'ngane ukuthi hayi meyikhera into enebhotela phakathi hayi bo lalela wena ayifuni lutho. Uma uqeda wenzani-ke sowufaka ini ushizi wakho, faka ushizi wakho fake kahle, faka ushizi wakho. Uma uqeda ukufaka ushizi wakho wenzani sothatha utamatisi wakho-ke faka utamatisi wakho noma ungawufaka futhi bemibili wenze sure ukuthi usika kahle ungatatazeli. Hayi-ke uma uqeda ukufaka phela amatamatisi wakho-ke sokuyikho-ke la ukuthi sowungavala-ke phela uvale-ke uma uqeda-ke ufaka kuyona-ke isikhaftini sengane yakho. Uma uqeda uthatha-ke amakherothi. Ngokubalulekile phela ukuthi ibe namakherothi uzobe sowafaka eceleni-ke ufaka amakherothi wenze esinye ispace nyana ukuthi ukwazi ukufaka ini ama-dry fruits wakho phela noma ungafaka amapentshisi noma yini. Uma uqeda-ke sowufaka ini ama-raisins eceleni ngoba phela kubalulekile ukuthi iy'ngane zidle ukudla okunani okunomsoco nokuthi phela esikoleni ngeke zikhathale phela uma uzifakela isikhaftini esinomsoco. Hhayi-ke naku senizibonele ukuthi phela how easy peasy it is ukwenza-ke phela ilunch-ke for ingane yakho okuwukuthi-ke inomsoco. Osivakashele-ke namhlanje is a gifted, talented, awesome parent. Oyena osivakashele uyena Bliss Yeni. Bliss, how are you?
I'm good, thanks, and you?
I'm very good. Tell me, what's happening in your life?
Well, at the moment, I'm a presenter, new TV presenter for a new show called The New Normal on SABC 3. It focuses on COVID-19. And also, I'm a singer. I've got a single that's out called I'm Not a Victim. But speaks to bullying, you know, in the workplace especially. But it can also apply for children because it says to children, rather, in the school space especially, because it says, I'm not a victim. That's the title of the song.
Is it available?
Not a victim.
Is it available in digital?
It's digitally available, yes.
How do you juggle being a parent and doing music and presenter? I know it's not easy.
It's not. So you have to plan, you know, and it's easier said than done. But you have to plan so that when you're in the parenting space, you are present in the parenting space. You know, there's a motivational speaker, Jim Rohn, that I follow quite a lot that says, wherever you are, be there. It basically means that when you a parent and you're with your children, be with them. Don't be with your children and thinking about work. Don't be with your children and being on the phone at the same time. Because remember that children look and emulate what the parents do.
But yeah, I can't just let you leave like that. We've got a competition. It's called Generation Games. And you see these two boxes, there's a task inside. I also don't know what's the task about.
Yeah.
So what you're going to do is you're going to have a minute to complete the task. Then whoever completes it first is named the winner.
Okay.
Yes, but the most important part about this game is that even our preschoolers, they get to learn and they get to do it before they go to preschool to first grade.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're gonna open the boxes.
Why am I afraid?
Don't be scared. By the way, I'm always winning, just so you know.
Oh, okay.
I'm always winning.
Let's see.
Then we put our boxes underneath.
Okay. Put the box.
Are you sure? I think there's something inside that you missed. See, just double check.
Oh, the fun part. The fun part. Okay, there we go.
All right, now it's time for us to read. We have to read this letter and we complete the task.
Okay.
I'll let you know when we're done.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, our minute starts now. You're in deep trouble. You're in deep trouble.
Let's
Please.
see.
Trust me.
Let's
I'm
use
very
the
good at
genius
this.
here.
Trust me. My son taught me so well.
Is it?
So I'm not gonna disappoint him. I'm not gonna, not today, not tomorrow.
Doing my own thing here.
Trust me, you're not gonna win, not this time around.
I am gonna win.
Never. We have 30 seconds. Aye. Oh, I'm almost done. Aye. 9,
It's a bit of skill.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah!
Okay, let's see, hold it up. Let's see who was creative and let's see who's done. And the winner is
Me. It's me.
Bliss is the winner. Ay nisibonele ukuthi phela hayi sis Bliss uyena ke ovele wangishaya experience wathi 1 2 1 2 hawu ngiyazi lapho uthi umfana wami uValdo uzokhala ukuthi hawu teta ngithi ngikufundisile uhlulwa kanjani ke sis Bliss kodwa ke phela into ebalekile ukuthi nani lapho bazali nihlezi nizama phela ukufundisa izingane zenu ukuthi izikhalarishe kahle ngesineke kodwa ke igama lami ke uLindo umfana kaSithole so isikhathi sami sokuthi ngithi ukuhamba ke ngiyophinde nginibone futhi ngeviki elizayo same time same place. Jovicho. Yeah.